to get your kata to reality, and it's a way to practice so that when things happen, you're not going to do it the way you've been practicing. So we look at the first 3 moves from the first grading system for Mark Shuey's Cane Masters. Just for observations, the pad's going to come onto my shoulders if this is an arm. This is an arm, this is a hand grabbing me. The first move is to come over, downward block away. From there, I'm coming into a number 1 strike, the guard's coming up, into a number 1 strike, I'm coming back over, and I'm pushing away. Now if I kept practicing at that speed, if I kept practicing with that intensity, happens in the street, the first thing I'm going to do is go. So we want to start practicing how we mean to go on. So the hand comes in, it's coming over quick, and it's going to be pushed away. Come through, accuracy, and I'm aiming for just above the ankle. Come from here, it comes through, I'm going to get to a certain distance, then I'm going to explode out. And then I'm going to practice doing that all the time. We've seen a few clubs, mate?
We have indeed. It was classed as a self-defence club.
Yeah.
And this was literally, if I just put their attitude into that kata, it was literally this whole, there was nothing, and their opponents were just, there was no intent, there was no focus, and though we thought it was a warm-up, this was that actual self-defence training.
So we look at level 1, and level 1 is to get the range of motion going. So Chris will watch me as I do this, and he'll observe my technique to ensure that everything...
Away from your knees.
Yeah. So he's observing how I do the technique. Yeah, make the little corrections. So we finally come in, and he's happy. Yeah. And then the last bit. You've been waiting all day to do that. So you're getting the proper mechanics going through before you do the strike. So level 2, Chris?
People talk about this, but we always forget to do it, and that is putting your mind and your breathing and alongside your muscle memory, because we're going to do a video on this later, but things happen when you get into an altercation. So when you're doing your downward strike, your downward block, exaggerate the breathing to start with. So as it's coming in, you're breathing in through the nose. As you're striking down, out through the mouth, tensing your core. So you exaggerate the motions to start with.
You're bringing absolutely everything, mind, body, soul, breath, everything together, so that final part of that final move is pure and utter power.
And that will be your second level, from level 1 to level 2.
Now if we look at level 3, we want to start getting a little bit of power, accuracy in. So Chris is going to swap over to his lollipop just for the time being. Just your lollipop, mate. Because we're in a small space and I've got the large cane, it's hard to get this through without hitting a wall or hitting my friend. But you start, if you come over a little bit with your pad, just so that you start getting your accuracy first. And when I know I'm hitting roughly the same spot each time, I then start putting a little bit of power in. I'm still not going through the pad yet, because to me, without my glasses, I keep thinking I'm going to hit Chris's forward leg. So Chris is going to take a half step back, and now I'm going to the pad and through. So I've got the accuracy still, the power, but I'm now coming through. This can take weeks and months to get this proper accuracy and power going, and it's how you should train at all time. That's level 3. The speed you want to hit, the accuracy, the area you want to hit, and that dedication to follow through and commitment.
What you want to do then is chain your 3 techniques together. I'm going to add a bit more resistance and use a cane. So as he brings the cane down, so this will be coming up, so there's a bit more force. He's then going to do the ankle strike. Then he's going to flow straight through. And already you can see it's not perfect like the kata. You would have perfect form, perfect stance as much as you can. Things, as you increase the power, it's going to change slightly. But that becomes into the reality of the situation.
The next step on this is it's not going to be linear. So the first hand's going to come through and you're going to do that strike to get away. Chris then thinks, oh, I'm going to step out the way to this side because he doesn't want to get hit. So I've now got a different area, a different motion. Where I was hitting here before with number 1 strike, I'm now to turn my body to hit there. He hobbles away but still wants a piece and he comes in from another direction. So I then come through that way. By training with this system, using the focus, the intensity, the power, the accuracy, the speed, you'll find that when it actually comes to a conflict situation, you naturally go into what you've been trained to do. If you've been trained to go,
Maybe.
I know this is exaggerated, but you know, it's if you train light, when the time comes, you're not going to be able to give that sudden nice burst of power through because you're used to just doing that. And yeah, it's going to hurt. No one's going to like having that on them, but that is the difference between them carrying on and not carrying on.
If he misses, he doesn't stop. And that's the other key thing with this. You still do your routine. We talked about this before, but it's very important. If you miss that strike, you miss that technique, move on to the next one. If you get brain jam, log jam in your brain, do the kata.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to think. That's why kata is so important.
You'll find that when you do it, if I've missed with that strike there, and I'm into this position and Chris is coming in, I've automatically changed. This is natural for me now because we train in this system. Is that you train to miss. If you hit, you're happy. If you don't hit, you're just going into that next one. And you'll see it with the law of 3. We'll stick a little thing up there and a little link down there. You know, yeah, I like that. That's good. And you'll be able to see what we mean by doing 3 strikes into 3, and how your training will equal your performance in a conflict situation. Thanks for watching the video, we hope you like it, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. If you want to look as smart as we do, don't forget to check out the merchandise on Teesprings.
Check out our social media accounts, see what's going on in the world of Sensei.
Hit that bell and free the fear.